Welcome to Virtual Faith. My name is Len Cabral. I live in the United States, in the state of Rhode Island. We're the smallest state, but we have the tallest people. My story is two frogs. Now this is a sign for frog, like frog in your throat. Once there were two frogs. They were curious frogs. They lived in a pond. There was a young frog and an old frog. They were curious frogs. They looked across that pond. They saw a field. They were curious frogs, so they swam across that pond, get onto that field. They were looking all around because they were curious frogs. And they hopped across that field. They saw a farm. Well, they hopped over to that farm because they were curious frogs. And they hopped into a barn, and they were looking all around in that barn because they were curious frogs. And they hopped up on a post. They looked down, and they saw a cow. Right beneath that cow, they saw a pail full of fresh milk. Now, those frogs, they never saw milk before. They didn't know what milk was, but they were curious frogs. So that young frog and that old frog hopped off that post and landed on the edge of the pail. And they were just studying up on that milk. Just studying up on that milk because they were curious frogs. When all of a sudden, that cow wagged its tail. And its tail hit the post. It frightened those two frogs. That young frog, that old frog went blip, blip, right in the pail of milk. Now the young frog was frightened. The young frog was scared. The young frog started crying. Said, "We're going to drown. We're going to drown. We're going to drown." The old frog said, be cool. Let me think. Dop, 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 dop. Kick your legs and kick your arms. Keep kicking. Kick. And the young frog started kicking his legs and kicking his arms. And the old frog was kicking his legs and kicking his arms. And the young frog said, I'm scared. The old frog said, we have to hang tough. We have to think of options, alternatives, other ways. We have to hold on. Keep kicking. We'll get it somehow or other. We have to have faith. Maybe the cow will drop its tail down the pail. We'll climb out that way. We'll get out. I don't know. Just hold on. Keep kicking. And the young frog said, I'm scared. We have to think of options, alternatives, other ways. We have to hang tough. We have to hold on. Maybe the farmer will come in, spill out the milk. We'll get out that way. I don't know. Just hold on. Keep kicking. And the young frog was kicking, and the old frog was kicking. And finally, the young frog, whoop, and the old frog, whoop, they were completely, whoop, exhausted, whoop, and they couldn't kick any longer, whoop, and they stopped. But they didn't sink. You see, all that kicking and treading turned that milk into butter. It was just hot enough for them to get some leverage. And they sprang themselves out of that pail, landed on the ground, and that young frog and that old frog went hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, back across that field, back to that pond. And just like that old frog inspired that young frog to hang tough, just like that old frog inspired that young frog to think of options and alternatives and other ways, just like that old frog did that, you older brothers and you older sisters and we adults have to reach back, grab a hold of them youngins and say, hold on. What you gonna say? Hold on. Yes, sir.
Hi there folks, so here we are at the end of Virtual Fate. Wow, what an exciting weekend it's been, and we hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have enjoyed putting it together. A huge thank you to all the storytellers and the musicians who have submitted their stories and songs to make the festival so fantastic and diverse. Storytellers and musicians from all around the world. So this time next year we'll be on a real site. We'll see you all physically. We will enjoy, and more importantly, we will continue the fellowship. Thank you for supporting Festival at the Edge, and see you all soon. Lots of love from all the team.